What's up, YouTube? Man, I ain't had no intentions on making this video. As you can hear, I got the dishwasher on the side, which tells you if I got noise going on in the background, this is just straight off the cuff. But like, I've just been going through YouTube, and I've just been seeing Dallas Cowboy fans commenting on everything. You know, listen, fellas. I understand, man. Y'all y'all are a different bunch. Y'all are different type. Y'all different type of guys. You think that just because you love your quarterback, that everybody else gotta love your quarterback. You think just because you love your team, that everybody else gotta love your team. You think that just because people are honest or break down facts about your team, you think that that means they're against you. It's just something wrong with you. You have an inferiority complex, and I get it. It comes from like having an organization that has lost for the last 30 years. Many of your fans weren't even born when y'all won those 5 Super Bowls. You keep getting close and just not getting it done, and I get it. It's mad frustrating, and it probably takes a toll on your psyche. So this is probably was clouding your judgment, I guess, just the perpetual losing, and you take on a loser mentality. I understand, and I kind of sympathize because I went through that for years with the Eagles before Jeffrey Lurie, our current owner, took over the team. Kind of went through that a lot. Now, but I don't get like some of you guys who feel like Dak Prescott, for example, should be in the MVP race when number one, right, his team is not in first place in the conference nor in his own division. He's putting up stats against the 30th ranked defense, 28th ranked defense, 32nd ranked defense. And you think that should make you an MVP because, oh, look at what he's doing, he's destroying this. And then you counter arguments with things like, I know we lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, but we should have won, right? We should have won. You don't accept the fact that while you think Dak is the daddy of the division, that he lost the game because he stepped out of bounds, because he is predetermining, pre-snap, who he's going to pass the ball to while missing an open Brandon Cooks in the end zone. Dak Prescott made those judgments. Dak Prescott had the ball. Dak Prescott did those things. Dak Prescott, just for as much as you think he's responsible for almost winning, that Dak Prescott actually lost the game. You don't want to accept that. And really, the media is being nice that they're not taking this angle, because if I was there, that's all I would be saying. Okay? But guess what? Vegas, who handled the MVP odds, they know what happened. Okay? And that's why your boy is 5th and why your boy ain't 1st. Because your boy, he don't win those games. Okay? If y'all played the Chiefs in Arrowhead, y'all wouldn't have won that game. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference, and that's what Vegas understands. They saw the Philadelphia Eagles be the real team, a team with the chip, okay? A team that is projected to have the highest Vegas odds to make it to the Super Bowl. A team that has hosted the AFC Championship game 5 years in running. They saw the Eagles defeat that team. On the same week, they saw y'all beat the Carolina Panthers team who won 1 game. That was the best defense you faced in the last 5 weeks. You know that? And that team won 1 game. Their defense happened to be 15th against the pass. And Dak Prescott in that game didn't even pass for over 200 yards. His rating was fine, but he ain't even passed for over 200 yards in that particular game. But when it's against teams, 30th ranked, 28th ranked, all this, put up 4-yard touchdowns, all these yards and all that, and y'all think that that's supposed to like be more impressive to people than beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead, right? Those are the things that make people call y'all delusional. Those are things that make people call y'all annoying. Those are things that make people call y'all stupid and irrational, okay? Another thing is like when analysts are honest about your team. Y'all act like y'all don't get the logic. Y'all act like y'all don't get the logic. Y'all think Analysts are supposed to put you on the same level as the Eagles and the 49ers. Okay? You think people are supposed to put you on the level of the Eagles and the 49ers, even though they saw the 49ers in the championship game last year. Even though they saw the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl last year. Even though they saw the 49ers in the championship game the year before that. Okay? You think that they're supposed to just put y'all on the same level. Because why? America's team? What is that anyway? Some BS that Tex Stram came up with. I think it was John Facente said it in the 1960s. America's team, or whatever. Right? Like, all that stuff is just means nothing out there. Once the ball is kicked off, once the coin toss happens. None of that matters. Alright? So, y'all get mad at like Joy Taylor, for example, because she says factual things like Dak Prescott is actually a good quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys are actually a good team. Dallas Cowboys have impressive wins during the regular season. Dak Prescott gets yards. All this type of stuff. Right? But we want to see you do it in the playoffs. Why? Because the whole reason for suiting up every day, strapping up every day, going out there and playing is for winning. And then to ultimately go to the playoffs and to ultimately win the Super Bowl. Unless you believe the objective is to go out there and get a bunch of stats. Like, if that's what you think, then cool. But what you need to understand is that that's not the way they're looking at it. You could be happy that Dak Prescott got 300, 400 yards and all that. Just 30th ranked defense. That's cool. They're not impressed with that. Why don't you get that? Why don't you get that? Why are you still thinking that they're supposed to be coddling your team or impressed with your team because you beat a team that won one game or you beat a team like the Washington Commanders? All right. Then secondly, you lost to the Philadelphia Eagles when you played them in a game that you think you should have won. Whatever should have won means. Okay? And you think that because you beat the Commanders by more points than the Eagles did, that should have people think you're on the Eagles level, even though when you played the Eagles, you lost. Sometimes I wonder, am I in a twilight zone? What type of logic am I dealing with? What type of logic are we dealing with here? Philadelphia Eagles beat the Commanders twice. You could think, oh, wow, it was a shootout. They actually competed with you, whatever. All you want. Okay. That means that Cowboys to the Eagles are just like the Commanders. Actually, the Commanders had a better chance of beating the Eagles than Dallas did. Ain't that something? So that means both of y'all little boys to the Eagles. Okay, you little boys, right? You could have won, just like Sam Howell and the Commanders could have won, lost, right? That's all that matters. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? You can win the Super Bowl by 1 point. Matter of fact, we lost by 3 points. That's like me sitting there saying, "Man, we almost beat the Chiefs. If this ain't happening, if that ain't happening." We don't live off of if and what and all of that. We lost the game. Period. Just like y'all lost the game. Grow up and deal with it. You can keep talking about you're gonna get us at Dallas all you want. Ain't nothing but talk, baby. So all that is talk. Blah 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 blah. Right? We'll be there. Okay? Just be ready. We'll be there. Right? First we gotta take care of Buffalo. Then we gotta take care of 49ers. You know what I mean? But y'all dudes need to chill. Y'all can be happy about beating the Commanders by a bazillion. You can think it's better than beating them by 2 or 3 points if you want. You can think that means, like, that don't put you in first place, right? It just doesn't. Gives you a bunch of stats. All right, maybe it get you a place on the NFL top 100. Think about the Eagles. They're going to have a lot of players there, too, because they win. Like, winning gets you there, too. And get you there faster and get you in higher spots than just putting up a bunch of stats. Statmeisters. Anyway, man, I got stuff to handle. Let me go ahead, man. Y'all dudes is weird. Peace.